I might just leave.
Welcome to the Ruby Tuesday.
Hi and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. Today I am joined with my son Samuel and we are reviewing Shadow of War. No, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Middle-earth, Shadow of War. We're going to Tolkien Land. Woohoo!
Yeah, alright, I'll have a go.
Shadow of War has been out now for a couple of weeks and we've been waiting to do our review because we wanted to really get through a lot of the game. And so I've gotten to grips. I've played probably about 20 hours of it. I think you've done about 20 hours of it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Right, and instead of doing your typical review, we're going to give you our top 5 best things about the game and our top 5 worst things about the game. And then you can decide yourself whether you want to buy it. My first best thing about this game so far is how the landscape has changed compared to the first one. Well, one of my big gripes about the first game was how samey it was. It was the same towers, the same landscape, same way the kind of the ground worked.
Same models,
same models. It was just same. But with this, with the sequel, I was quite surprised. I was really hoping it wasn't going to be the same as the first one, but the sheer scale of it is big, and you think it's bigger than the first one when you start playing, but as you progress, it opens up more of the map,
You find there's tons more to do,
and there's different sections. So you got snow lands, volcanic lands. So that's one of my first out of 5. What I think is really great about this game.
Something that I find really annoying is the fact that, well, all of your armor, right? All the really powerful armor, in my opinion, looks terrible and doesn't go with all the previous armor that you have. Like, of course, there's an upgrade system for your armor, but it doesn't really work as well as you might hope. Say, for example, you get a legendary piece of gear which looks absolutely fantastic. A few hundred levels later, that's an over-exaggeration. A few levels later, you find a new piece of armor that's far more powerful and looks horrible. But the problem is, you want to keep using your old armor, but even though you've upgraded it a few times, it still doesn't quite cut it in comparison to the new armor you have. So,
because you want to look super fly for your ninja guy,
yeah,
and you keep changing your armor and you keep looking rubbish, and you have to change over. Yeah, you have your special armor, and they're like, "Wow, I look so good," and then you can't. That is rubbish. Yeah, that is annoying.
Perfect.
Oh, number two. For me, what really stood out in this game, and I think what actually makes this game, is the characters of the orcs. So where in number 1, you had your linear story and the orcs were kind of developed. This one, they've really painstakingly given a character to each orc and each captain, and there's particular characters that follow you along the game that are so well defined and fleshed out that they really make the game for me. I mean, the main character I think is okay, but really where the story develops is where you get the funny one-liners from the orcs.
Bright Lord, Dark Lord, same thing really. It results me ripping spines out, which I like to do anyway, so either way's a win.
That some of them speak in Cockney accents for some reason, and I found myself laughing and being quite amused even as you're doing repetition things like killing orcs over and over and over again. It's the little conversations you hear them having around the campfires, and the little interactions when they've defeated you or you've defeated them, and you meet them again, and they're like, "It's you! I remember you! How are you alive?" And I think that's really fun.
Will not sacrifice.
Yep, rebellious girl again.
Fear.
On the other hand, there are the human characters. Now, I hate them.
Wow.
The orcs are really funny. They have a personality, but it seems like the human characters lack a personality that's really interesting.
What are you saying? Humans are boring?
Yes.
That was only the beginning.
The human characters are very predictable, especially throughout the storyline. Ooh, I'm a strange young girl person whose dad was a general who betrayed the entire kingdom, but I'm gonna go throw my life away because I'm stubborn. That's about all there is to them.
Wow, don't hold back.
Yeah, my kind of black.
Okay, so moving back on to number 3 of why I think this game is awesome. What they've changed. This is a bit true fans would probably hate me for saying this, but I like what they've done with the story, because we know the normal Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit story so well. It's so nice to get new content. So where they have really taken liberties of the Tolkien world, and they have, I mean, Shelob is not a spider, or is a spider. It's kind of a spider. Yeah. But they've really changed some of the lore on what happened in the Tolkien world. Not that it affects the books or the films in any way, but they've added to it and really kind of gone with their own kind of story within it. And I think it's a lot of fun, because I didn't know what to expect. So I didn't know that there's going to be another ring, or I didn't know that, Sauron the Great's going to spawn 12 heads. He's not, but because no spoilers. But it's really interesting finding out what's happening in the story as the story develops.
One thing that I didn't really like, well, another thing, because I don't like a lot.
This is your third thing.
Shh. Is I know that this is like a small part of the game. It's like 1 or 2 chapters, but at the very beginning, you lose all your powers from the last game.
Yeah, this is annoying.
I've actually spent well over 150 hours on the first game, and that is a long time. And losing everything at the very beginning almost made me shed a tear. Num num num. Like, you forge the new ring, you lose it. Oh no. You lose all your powers, and you gotta build them up again for the first 2 chapters, and that really annoys me.
Number 4, why I think this is awesome. Because Gollum, that's why.
You try to bash your head in with a rock.
Anytime Gollum is in anything, I think is brilliant. Andy Serkis is a fantastic voice artist. Voice acting is more than just your voice.
It's an art.
Well, no, he has to physically get in the costume, and they film him with motion capture. And
Really?
Yeah, of course he does.
What?
Yeah. But yeah, Gollum again, like another standout character. I know I've said about the unique characters, but Gollum is a standout character in this. And it's just so fun to have something that's stable canon inside the game that kind of reminds you, oh yeah, Middle-earth, this is where I am, this is great.
With their brains, it makes mince of their faces.
Earlier you said that orcs are like really funny, they have a personality, but that also means that once they've already joined your army, they can betray you.
Yeah.
And I got stabbed in the back and got murdered so hard.
It literally comes up with betrayed.
It literally just came up with betrayal, death.
It's like a fatality
Level up.
in Mortal Kombat.
It's
a fatality.
Fatality.
He decided, you know what? I don't like you anymore. I'm just
Can you
gonna
trust
stab
an orc
you.
though? Can you really trust an orc? I don't know. I don't think you can.
If you brainwash them, you should. But I don't know.
Make sure he don't do anything suspicious, like, kill me.
Sticking with orcs and the chieftain orcs, my no, don't do that. The next thing, you do the next thing that's great.
Nemesis system basically means like you die to someone, they get angry at you when you're alive again. You kill someone who's important to someone else, they also get angry. It's a whole bunch of people getting angry at each other, making each other stronger, but it also means that you have a relationship with the people who are on the enemies. So for example, you're trying to raid a place, they manage to get an alarm bell off. Someone who killed you before hears the alarm bell, rushes over to see what's going on, and when he sees you again, he's like, I heard the alarm going off, oh, it's you. And so it's really interesting, and it goes well with the whole orcs characters, everything.
And so for number 5, because we swapped over, I'm doing what is really annoying. My really annoying thing is talking about the Nemesis system, the Nemesis system, as well. So every time you encounter someone that you're targeting, like a captain, there is this cutscene. And the first 5, 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, 40 times, maybe you can deal with it. But once you reach around about the 50th time, or the 100th time, or the 150th time, because you've been killed a few times and you have to go back and kill them again.
They say the same line.
Really tired of their monologuing that you cannot skip. And that's the biggest annoyance. Because you fight a lot of captains to progress. There's each area of the map has like 5 or 6 different places you have to conquer and take over and build up your army, and you're constantly fighting them. If you die, you got to fight them again, and it's really annoying that there is no like B button to skip over.
Yeah, they have the A button to skip throughout every cutscene in the game, except you can't skip through the monologue.
The orcs saying the same thing over again.
The orcalog.
The orcalog, yeah, nice. I like that. Right, thank you for watching this review of Shadow of Earth, Middle Earth. Man, I'm struggling to talk.
I'll say it for you.
Alright.
Middle Earth, Shadow of War.
Oh, that's probably the right way to say it. Like with the right title as well.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got other reviews coming out. Game reviews, TV reviews, one like Stranger Things, because that's out in a couple of days. Make comments about this review. Make comments about this show.
No, please don't.
Because I'm Bigger Rick! I'm sorry to everyone in the world for that. But I'm Bigger Rick, yo! Where's my Szechuan sauce?
I want Szechuan sauce! Where's my Szechuan sauce? I'm Pickle Rick!
Stop, please! Just...
Please like and subscribe to Ruby Tuesday.